Hey guys, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It was evening for us over here in New York. But how are you guys' week so far? Awesome, awesome. Starlin, would you like to start with anything?
No, I just want to say good morning from Mauritius and welcome to week 4 of our call.
Okay, awesome. So what we want to be talking about tonight is your whole layout for your 21-day plan. I noticed that Maria, you posted yours, and I think I only saw yours in the group. I can go back and check if Kashana and Leah, if you guys posted yours. But we're going to really talk about that, the layout, the setup, and we're going to get into you guys sharing your intro and your mirror speech, because those are some of the things that's very important. Really like refine it. So first thing, I think we should go over the intros first, and then we'll get into the 21-day plan. What you think, Leah? Sorry, one? Yeah,
Yep.
Let's do that first. So, sorry. So Leah, tell us who you are. Tell us your intro speech.
So, hi everybody. My name is Leah Ware, and I am a minister and a global lifestyle entrepreneur. I help people with food addiction, help them through their transformation, and I also help people live their life to the fullest by experiencing life today instead of when they decide to do their bucket list.
Love it.
I'm walking, so I'm a little out of breath.
It's okay. I'm sorry. Work it out. Yes, Maria.
Hello. Hi. We're Possum Moms. I am Marta. I am Maria. Oh, sorry. I need to look at the writing because I'm so tired. Hang on. Yes, we are the creators. Oh, we are founders of Possum. Founders of Possum Moms and creators of joyful ways to a possum living. And we help create healthy, joyful lives through an inner shift of awareness with some fluffy love from our Zen master, Napoleon the cat in Stockholm.
Awesome. Kashana?
Hi, ladies. Good evening. I am Kashana Forrester. Everyone calls me Cash. I help women bridge the gap in their life, whatever the gap may be. And I do so through my partnership and my initiative to AIM, which is accessorize, inspire, and motivate women all around the world without them feeling guilty.
Love it. Somebody had a question? Oh, Starwin, you want to go? You want?
Nice. That was good.
Yeah, that
I
was
like that.
real good, Kashana. I'm glad you speak to it a little bit. Yeah. So those intros, I mean, they're so important. I'm always constantly letting people know my intros, even though I've been doing this for a long time. You always get new people watching you, or just letting your audience know who you are, who you serve, and how you're going to serve them. And that's something that's extremely impactful to your business. So there may be times where you like, okay, I got my elevator speech now, my intro speech now, and then it changes. Like mine has changed. I'm no longer calling myself the MLMpreneur Mama. I'm the Women's Success Domination Coach. So as your intros change, they see you rebranding yourself, they see you evolving, and all this other stuff is actually good for your audience to see that. So it's good that you guys, for you, Maria, it'd be good for both of you guys to say your names and then go into I'm the founder of Possum Moms. You know what I'm saying? So people can get connected to you guys as, individuals and stuff,
Yeah.
Awesome. So 21-day layout and setup. Who's been working on it? I have a question for you guys, Possum Moms. I noticed you guys had the first 2 weeks done, but I was wondering, what are you going to be like offering? I know last call we spoke about you guys doing it leading into a list builder. Like, what sort of ideas have you had since the last call?
We're going for the list builder.
And we are offering an ebook, and
Awesome.
we're focusing on Napoleon this time because he has a much bigger following than Possum Moms has. So we're trying to get followers from him into our new group that we haven't launched yet. Because he has like 5,000 followers and we have 150. So we need to start taking them from him.
Okay. How are you guys doing that?
Well, we were thinking the ebook is not ready yet, but we were thinking to name it something like "How to Be a Zen Master According to Napoleon Cat." So we're gonna go into the topics that we do in Possum Moms, but still with a cat topic as the first ebook.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
That was the idea, and that's why we didn't fill in week 3 was because we were thinking we need to do several week 1, week 2, and then jump on a new week 1, week 2, since we don't have the offer yet.
And are you going to be doing your lives from Napoleon's page and then inviting them over to a group, or where do you plan on doing your lives? To get in front of the audience on Napoleon's page, how do you plan on doing that?
We were thinking on doing both, right? Yeah, both in Napoleon's group and Possum Moms. And try to.
Is Napoleon's one a group, or is it just a page?
Yes, it's a page.
Oh, okay.
Well, he has a page and we have a page, and we are creating this Possum Spirits group. But we want to combine them
to the group. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I like that. That's how I'm sorry.
Have you thought about merging the 2 pages and make it Napoleon, Possum Moms and Napoleon?
We have discovered that not everyone in Napoleon's following is interested in us. It's just a small bit so far. So not yet.
Okay. Cool.
Do you think that's a good idea to start?
I think I mean, that's how I started to build my tribe. I started to, every time I went live on my business page, I always say, hey, I will have the link to my tribe, or even like say the link to get people inside my tribe. So that's really the only reason why I go live, really. I don't make barely any offers when I'm live on my business page. It's all to get you in my tribe. And that's where I'm going to like make my offers. And that's where my week 3 of my 21-day plan, I start to really go heavy inside the tribe. But yeah.
So week 3 is when you finally know what you're going to offer, and you do week 3. You do it in your group then.
I do it in both places, but I get a bigger impact when I do it in my tribe. Those are the people who I know is interested in getting to know more about me. So I do more webinars. I don't really do a lot of list builder stuff with my funnel. It's the whole purpose of me doing everything is to get you in the webinar, and inside the webinar I make my offer. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the kids. They're like running around back there. But yeah, so that's basically what I do as far as getting people in my tribe, and then making my offer for the webinar, and then webinar I lead into the actual offer for a course or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And what you can do, because you don't have that ebook ready yet, you can still do the 21 days. So I would fill in your topics for those 3 weeks. At the end of that cycle, if your ebook's ready, great. If not, just redo it again. And you can gauge which topics were good, which topics weren't, cross some off the list, add new ones perhaps. So still keep the 21 days and just keep recycling it.
Yes, okay. Then we should go on week 3 as well, because we were thinking that the ebook as a tripwire after week 2, but maybe that's not. Should it be after week 3?
You can keep repeating the cycle. I mean, if your ebook then is ready and you've back on to say week 1 or 2, that your your customers, your audience have been hearing from you already for 3 weeks. So to give out it doesn't matter if you earlier in your own 21-day plan, but at least that way they're getting content from you for 21 days solid, maybe another week after that. And then if your ebook's ready in the second week of your 21-day plan, they don't know your 21-day plan.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
And that way you're just keeping consistent and you're just keeping the, your engagement every day.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I just want to know how long you're going to do this 2-step thing, like, week 1, week 2, and then again week 1, week 2, because I think you should do that one round and then get into getting them into getting the ebook, because a lot of times we get comfortable with not making offers even if it's free. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like just throw it out there. That's how I am. And then if it's like not good, I can like bring it back, readjust it. Because the best way you're gonna know if your audience likes it if you put it out there. And that's when you know, okay, I need to scale back, I need to take this off, and I need to change my pricing. Like that's what happened with me. I was pricing way too low in the beginning, like way stupid low. But now it's like I would have known it had I didn't launch it. Yeah. But I'm glad I went through that process, because now I'm like, okay, I need to take this away. I need to take that away. I need to eliminate this altogether. So I think for that one time, do week 1, week 2, and then next cycle, week 1, 2, and 3. That's just the thing. Because sometimes we get so comfortable with not making offers, and then we're like, then your audience is like, they're not going to expect it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, all they're going to do is give us value. And then we give too much value. So then when it comes time for us to make the offer, they don't convert. And they're like, well, you gave us all this value outside of your course, your class, or whatever,
Yeah. I see.
The only trick with that is if they're having the PLR, their product won't be ready. So they're going to need to just obviously get the ebook if the ebook is ready. But as far as making an offer, it just depends if they have their product ready or not.
Yeah. So the ebook is like your offer. But sometimes we like hold it back on making that offer, whether it's free or pay. I've been there. I was like, oh, let me keep, going live and doing this and that.
Before we start our 21-day plan, we need to have a sales funnel because we don't have anything like that yet. We're new, so we need to focus on that as well before we start this.
So that you should be getting access to as long as you're fully paid up, because next week we're not having a class. You're going to have a week to write out your story and all that, and then on the 6th of March we'll give you access to your PLR and start going through that, and then we'll start talking about the list builder funnel, how to edit it. I'm going to be showing you how to create your ebook cover if you want to change the ebook cover for your PLR and all that. So that'll be happening on the 6th of March.
Okay, great. Thank you. Oh, I know.
Nice.
Because then we're thinking to wait. We'll wait until it's all in place. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why just, keep doing your lives. I know you're giving value, but you can let them know that, listen, I've got something special coming in the next, few weeks. Keep your eye out. Keep watching our lives. Build the sort of the open loop and the mystery around that.
So you think we should still start the 21-day plan and meanwhile working on the ebook and the sales funnels and so on?
Where are you doing your 21-day lives? Is it in your personal page, Facebook page, or group?
It's going to be on Parcel Mom's page and Napoleon's page.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll start there, I think.
Okay, great. Yeah, because I just need to put in a little extra to what Letitia and Star said. And this is with regards to the purpose of you having your own ebook. It's mainly because we would like to build your list. We would like to
get them into your world. That's what Rhonda is always saying, right? Get them into your world, because when you have your ebook and when you have that list builder funnel, they will enter their email and their name. They will be on your list, and that list will be could be your clients, right? Your future clients. So that's the purpose of that's why we're pushing you to have that ebook and that list builder funnel built. And definitely Star and the Teacher will help us out building that. And if you don't have it ready yet, yes, Star is correct that you should continue your lives. Maybe you can put up a group, a Facebook group, because that is one of the strategies also. Like it's going to be a group who might be interested to your product, so it will be a funnel. There could be a lot of people who will be seeing your posts, your 21-day live, but if you can filter those who are showing interest, like you would ask them or you would invite them to join this Facebook group, then you can send this group a special message when you already have your offer.
Yes.
Yeah, so just when you see on the 21-day plan, like in the second week, it's got the ebook, it's got the group. So because you don't have the ebook yet, invite them to your new group.
Yes.
Awesome. Kashana?
Hi. Yes.
We're talking about your 21-day plan. Last week, we wanted you guys to work on it, start setting that up, laying it out.
Yes. So I have a lot of questions with my 21-day plan, because I feel a little prohibited. And I say that because, like Star just said, I don't have the ebook. And that's separate from the 12-week package, right? The ebook. Because I feel like I don't want to tell them what I can offer them, knowing that I'm going to offer them something soon, and I'm not really sure what it is that I'm offering them. Like, so my 21 day.
Just let me tell you about the ebook. If you get access to the PLR, which all of you should be getting, right, Lassie? Everyone will get access to PLR. So you're going to have your own ebook. You're going to have a fully done course for you. So you're going to have an offer and you're going to have an ebook. So you're going to, like I said, you'll get access to that in 2 weeks' time on the 6th. So you can already just start building sort of the intriguement and the hype for that, because you will have an ebook. It will be ready to go as soon as you receive it. However, if you want to edit it and make it more your own with your own branding, it might take a little bit longer in order for you to do that, because you'll do it yourself. But you will have a product and you will have an ebook.
Okay. So thank you, Star win or Star.
Star and either or.
Okay. So I do want to offer them, like I want to tell them what I'm offering them now, like to so what's coming up, to kind of entice them to like you said, give me their email address so that I can contact them when the offer is ready. Then secondly, I know you guys told me before.
Sorry, can I just jump in?
Sure.
I wouldn't ask them to be giving you the email address. No. Rather set up the group that we spoke about last week, invite them into the group and say, when it's ready, you'll be the first to know.
Yes.
Where you get them in, and then when the ebook's ready, you say, right, my ebook's ready, here's where you can go find it, and then they'll give you the email address.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, that's what I meant. Like, right.
Okay.
To build my email list, I'm going to wait for the ebook, so that way I can funnel them in through that way, through the email, right? Secondly, when you guys had when we spoke last class, you said, you and Letitia said that you didn't want me to overwhelm myself, right? But I know myself. So I would like to start with the hardest project for me, and that would be to offer the, I guess, consulting service for all the, I don't think hobbyist is a word. Is it a word? Hobbyist? Like a person who has a hobby and they're just really nice with their, I guess their niche, right? Like I don't really want to brand them. I do want them to know that they can come over, they can be, my phrase is like, you know, I want to bridge the gap. I want to bridge the gap. I want to be give the ladies the resources to level up, if that makes sense to you. So I'd rather start with that offer, because the other offer is just the jewelry, the packaging of the jewelry, which, you know, I'm doing right now. I'm doing that right now. So I don't see, I mean, I do see where I can advance with a second offer with the jewelry and another product. But like Rhonda says, I don't want to join another MLN because I'm going to be only getting a percentage. So I could actually just stay with the one MLM that I'm with now and keep that percentage and just increase it with my sales and add this consulting when I would like for all the my followers now, whoever's following me now, or whoever sees my reach or reaches my message, that they can have exactly what I'm having. But you know, I think what happens is that a lot of the women that I know and I'm familiar with in my neighborhood and my community and on my Facebook who's following me, those women, they don't really know. Like, I don't think they follow certain groups and certain things. You know, they kind of just follow what's showing up on their feed. As far as sorry, just want to say, as far as taking it, as far as becoming an entrepreneur.
What I would suggest, I noticed your acronym is AIM. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the first? I hung on to the word inspire, so I forgot the A.
No, it's actually to accessorize.
Accessorize, inspire, and motivate. Motivate. I would go with that acronym and use the inspire, because with inspire, the PLR is all about your inner greatness. How do you overcome limiting beliefs? How they can build self-esteem.
Yes.
So if you use your acronym, you know, perhaps one week you talk about accessories or how to accessorize, or work that into your story, you know, how you have been able to become, you know, use the R for inspire, using the course, you know, working up to sell the course, because of that, you're not getting a percentage. For that, you're getting the whole amount.
Right.
So you can sell it for $97, $197, whatever you want, and that's all for you. So I would use the inspire and use that to start working on your 21-day plan, and then start talking about things like, you know, maybe you don't believe you can be where I am today, and start building up their self-esteem, self-awareness. And with that, you can add in a story about, you know, this is what I do. This is how I have become, you know, successful in what I do with my accessories, and, you know, and then your M for motivate. So I would choose different topics along those, you know, with accessorize, work it more into your story, because you don't want to be selling the new jewelry at this point in your 21-day plan. But there's no, you know, you can use that as part of your story, how you got to where you are with accessories and doing what it is that you do. And so then you use the R for inspire, because you're inspiring them and you're motivating them. And that then will bring them to the PLR, which is your inner greatness, which is all about building self-esteem, building self-confidence, getting over limiting beliefs. So that is what I would suggest when you're working on your 21-day plan, to come up with topics around those ideas. And if you have access just to see what the course looks like, or see what the topics are, it'll give you an idea of where you can start focusing on with your 21-day plan topics.
Okay, well, I mean, I had some topics, but they weren't necessarily about how the jewelry inspires your inner greatness. It's more of like my story and the challenges that challenges that women face.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, you can. What I mean by using accessories, I mean just work that into your story. Like, I got into this, you know, the jewelry business because it makes me feel XYZ, or you know, it. So you work it in sort of as a story, less so as, you know, join me and sell my product and make money. So it's more just threading in your accessories with how it's improved your self-confidence, how it's improved you, how people, you know, feel when you're wearing something that's beautiful. So just some ideas.
Got you. Thank you.
And then post your 21-day plan in the group so we can see it. And then let us know when you're going to go live. And I should do that too. We all should be doing that so we can get people on and so we can support you when you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I just want you, Kashana, just to stick to just, you know, one thing at a time. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna go forward with this, like let that like be the main thing that you're focusing on. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when we're all over the place, it's like we're like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I believe that Kishona do have her offers already. That's the reason why maybe she would like to push it through. She
Mhm.
you have something to sell already, right, Kishona?
Do you have a product, like a digital that's what you're asking her, a digital product
Yeah.
right now?
Not
Like, do you have a
not
course?
necessarily a digital product, or she have a product that she would like to offer already. Is that correct, Kishona?
Yes, that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm
Mm.
working
Oh,
on. But I also,
you
when
work?
I'm right, that's what I'm working on, my 21-day plan. But so, but like I said, when I felt prohibited is because I don't know when
Yeah.
I'm coming up with my
That's it.
offer, if I should include the ebook, if I should include certain things to kind of, you know, pump it up, beef it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why your coaches star and the teacher in here, and you are on the sexy brand building class, because what we're trying to build right now is your brand. Because if you're gonna do it directly, right, you're gonna sell your product right away. It's just gonna be your product that you are building, right? It's just gonna be the MLM company that you would like to build, right? But since we Star and the teacher are helping you build your brand, we might as well follow that 21-day structure for you to, you know, go through the process and get that what do you call this? Get that goal that we're aiming for, right? To build your own brand, be your own brand.
And create the wedge, as Rhonda says, between the MLM and you. So they know Kashana, she's the, you know, the aim, accessorize, inspire, and motivate. They know they come for you, whether it's for accessories, for motivation, for inspiration. You're the person to go to. And as an extra, you have your consulting, you have your jewelry. But to build you, Kashana, as the brand. Yeah. Leah, how about you?
Okay, so I do have my 21-day plan up on the site. And so when I put it together in early February, basically I was putting it together based on topics I wanted to talk to people about. And so, but it sounds like maybe each day should kind of lead up to something. Does that make sense? So let me say it differently. My first week was more about planning your day. Sorry, I'm looking at it. Time management, motivation, finding your purpose. Because my brand is my ministry versus my MLM. Okay. And so the next one was more about taking care of yourself. So it was self-care, exercise, sleep, healthy meal planning, and mindfulness. And then the third week was more about personal development, mindset, eliminating the need for perfectionism, talking about appearance, and just having fun. So that's kind of how it was structured. And so, but the ebook that I'm writing is about food addiction and my story with food addiction. But now that I'm listening it sounds like, and I'm not saying that it's bad to have two ebooks, but it sounds like in the PLR, there will be an ebook. And it might be that that particular ebook fits better with this particular 21-day plan.
Yeah, I think it does. And like you said, you can always offer that other ebook at a bit of a later stage, or maybe it's, another offer that you send your list once you've, started building your list. You can say, I've struggled. I don't know if it was you that struggled with food addiction. If any of you are struggling with that yourself or know somebody, I have another ebook available. Here it is. You can still offer it. So with your own story, and maybe even you can eventually work in, on some of the topics, like with limiting beliefs or personal development or something like that. You can bring in your story about how you struggled with food addiction, and you can still weave in your own personal story in some of those topics.
Yeah, and I know with Abby, I'm actually going through her program, and she offers her own ebooks inside the Your Inner Greatness as well. So that could be just an add-on, or like what Star said, something that you could just, put on the side for now, offer it on the side. But it's good that you have that content, because now you have a lot to work with other than just that one ebook.
Okay. Okay, and so when I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the 21-day plan, and it's actually up. I put it up on February 8th. But so it says week 2 is where you have the ebook or your group, and your C to the upcoming live event. So I think I heard in this conversation tonight, you don't necessarily have to land with a live event, or do you?
It's up to you how you feel, what your runway to the money strategy is. Some people aren't comfortable doing live events. Some, you may just want to. It's a personal preference how you want to end. It could be a webinar, could be a live event. It's totally up to you what you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Star said, it is. For me, I get a higher conversion doing like you've been a part of all of my Zooms basically, Leah. And like I just did one with Kim, and I just get a higher conversion rate with an actual, where I see you, you see me, and I can make my offer, then do my follow-up in those next 48 hours. I get like 75% of my income from there. So again, it's up to you what you're comfortable with.
Okay. So just to kind of explain, so the reason why I'm not wedging my MLM is because my MLM is unlike like Kashana's or anybody that has a specific product. My MLM is actually socialized commerce. So it's very broad, and so that's why I'm focusing on the ministry piece.
Yeah, and like last week, what we said was that you can definitely do the ministry piece, because that's your brand, that's you, that's what everybody knows Leah Ware for, and then plug in the MLM to your current clients. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How you can like add that in there. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
But what do you feel comfortable launching? Like, do you feel comfortable doing the ebook, the webinar? Like, you even go live inside the group.
Right. Mm-hmm. I think I'm more comfortable. I want to see what the ebook is like in the PLR. I think I'm either way, because if I have a topic to speak on, then I'm good either way. And so I think, but for now, maybe it's the ebook and going live in the group so that people can, because what I need to do is I need to bring or attract people into my business page. because everybody, I have like over 1,000 people that are on my personal page, and I want a way to bring them into the business page, and then also attract new people into the business page, and then, you know, set up my groups through there. So
Yep. And what
See, I
I've
do it the
started
other.
doing,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was going to say what I've started doing is, because I'm also trying to get, I was doing my lives on my personal page, but you know, on your business page is better. You can boost them, you can, you know, run ads and that kind of thing. So what I normally do is I create a little graphic and I say, okay, I'm going to be going live at such and such a time on my business page, and I give the link to my business page and say, be sure when you go over there to like the page and turn on the notifications so you know when I'm going live. That's just a little strategy so you can start, people can start seeing that you're moving across.
that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah. And one thing that I've done that helped me basically bump up my likes on my business page. How I do it, as you know, I go live on my business page, I get them into my tribe, and then I get them into liking my business page from my tribe. Because I feel like once they join my tribe, they're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're in my world. So then when I say, okay, guys, can you hop on over and like my page? And it's already linked to my group anyway. I get more people hopping over to like my page as well.
Right.
So you do your lives on your personal page?
No, I do everything on my business. All my lives are on my business. And then I get you to join my tribe, and then I get you to join my business page. Because what I noticed, I was testing something last week. I get more engagement when I post something in my tribe versus my business page. Unless I boost it, obviously. That's different. But more people will see it. And what I'm going to start doing is I want to create like a video, and I'm going to pin it to the top. And I'm going to tell people to turn on their notifications for the group. So that way, the minute I go live or when I post something, that's why I added videos in there. I think I told you guys last week, I recorded some videos and I just put them in there every day. I get more engagement in there. But yeah, I've just been testing little things out with Facebook, because sometimes they change their algorithms and stuff, as you guys know. But that's what's been working for me. And I even live today in my group. And normally when I'm on my business page, I get about 10 to 14 people. I had about 40-something people in my live inside my group. So sometimes I'll just pop in the group once a week or so. So for me, videos and lives work. I post every now and then, but videos and lives have been working for me pretty good. It carries more weight, like Rhonda says.
Yeah, and I've been kicking my butt to do them, because me personally, I freak out when I'm going to do a live.
Just watch me. I'm like, ah. Rhonda inboxed me today. She's like, you got to stand up now. No more sitting down. You got to stand up and show your authority. So now I'm like, I'm going to keep standing up now. I'm not sitting down. So that does work too. Because then for some reason, when you're standing, you really feel like you're an instructor. You know, you're like, have my whiteboard. I'm like, guys, you know.
That's exactly the reason why Rhonda's always doing that. If you will notice, she's never sitting down.
Never sitting down, ever. All the years I've watched her, she's never sat down. She's either walking, standing up, or like laying on a beach chair, like, hey guys.
And it's because of the energy that you're carrying out whenever you're standing up. It's like you can move around and do your hand gestures so they will know that you are real, you're active. Like,
yeah, and like at the in Bali, like I think it was Kevin Coyle, he was like, yeah, you got to stand your dominant stance. So I'm like this. I got my super stance on. And it's awesome. Even the kids, they're like, they're quiet now when I'm standing. I guess because it's like their teachers in their class, so their teachers always standing like, Mommy's going live. So yeah. So all right, guys. So you guys, does anybody have any questions about their 21-day plan, or if they're stuck on anything, or did it help at all? Like you guys were adding some stuff on there? Yeah, once you get this down, it's going to be like robotic. Like, you're just going to keep doing it over and over and over again. It just gets better and better and better. Trust me, it does.
I actually thought it was pretty fun because it made me really think about all the different things I could actually talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you saw my board.
Yeah,
So
your board is like massive.
Those are all the things that I could possibly talk about.
Yeah.
Across different niches, and that was just pulling things out of my brain of experiences that I've had and things that I have researched and I have knowledge on.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was a great exercise.
Yeah, the whole dumping list, it works. I do it every single week. It really, really works. And then you start crossing some stuff off, and that feels kind of good too. And those are, like, a lot of times we think we have to reinvent content, but there's times where I take stuff that I talked about like last year, January. I'm like, why not I just talk about it again? Nobody's going to remember what I spoke about like 6 months ago. So you just take it and you just refurbish it. And, you know, sometimes you don't even have to make up new stuff. Like, if you've been going live consistently for 6 months, you can go back and start saying, okay, which worked, what didn't work. And that's what's awesome about the 21-day plan. Ronnie even says it. You can go back and see which lives was like, people are super pumped. You got, you know, the most views, the most reaches and shares and stuff like that. And you can take that content and reuse it again. So you're like logging out. It's like a whole marketing plan. Like, because I used to work in sales, so we used to take like our old plan from last year, add it to this year, see what worked, and it really, really helps to get you a 360 view of your business when it comes to how you want to go live, how you market, and stuff like that.
So did you say when we start implementing the 21-day plan?
What do you mean?
So I haven't talked on any of these topics, so can I go ahead and start talking on them?
Why not?
Okay.
I mean, if you planned it and you're set, you're like, I'm good with this, start talking about it. And there's times where you may, you know, change things, move things around a little bit here, but you won't know that until you actually do it. Hold on one second. I'm so sorry.
You know,
and you're all good with your intros, your speeches, you're all happy with that? You don't need anything tweaked, or you're all good?
I think Martha and Maria posted their 21-day outline structure. If you'd like to, ladies, you can discuss that with your coaches, Tara and Letitia. Maybe we can share a screen here. Still planning?
We don't have any like questions directly. We got more topics as well that we can fill in because we've been brainstorming. We just figured we started with week 1 and week 2 because we thought we were gonna week 1, week 2, week 1, week 2, and so on. But yeah, this is our plan to start, and now we need to work a little bit deeper into each day to give them the structure. So that's what we're going to keep working on.
Yeah, you always want to end your lives, which is helpful for you guys, on like the open loop, when you're going to go live next, what's the date, the time, what you're going to be talking about. So now they're going to expect it every time you want to go live, especially if your times fluctuate. Like mine is starting to fluctuate a lot. I used to have one set time. Now I just hop on whenever I have time. So I really just tell them, it's like a day-by-day thing with me right now, where it's like, tomorrow I'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern. You know what I mean? Like, you want to just start to build that momentum with that, so they expect you.
I think we need to try to go live on some different times, because Napoleon has followers from over 60 countries. So we need to see where is the biggest following and figure that out.
Yeah, which time zone?
Yeah, so I have that same. I have that same problem as well, actually, with figuring out times, because I'm so different to like the rest of the world, like you guys. That is tricky. Trying to find a good time. And with the insights, I try to look at the insights because I know Letitia used to check the insights.
Yep.
You can only do that once you've got 100 views on your video. That's the only, so you can't really, I couldn't check the insights on mine until I have 100 views on the video, which I don't have on my videos yet. So, and that's another thing when you start, don't feel like discouraged that no one's watching. Because I've had that, and actually sometimes I find it better. I actually get more nervous when I start seeing that little number ticking.
I used to put tape over it. I used to take like a Post-it note, and I would like put that like right over it. Yeah, I used to do that. Yeah, that would trip me out. Because I used to be a YouTuber. I was a huge YouTuber back in the day. So with there, like you just do a video and it's nothing. When you go live, it's like one person. All right, let me get off. You know. But 75% of your audience do watch your replays. You don't know how many times I go back and somebody types in #replay or replay team or whatever they use these little hashtags. But yeah, like Starwin said, it's like your insights, they show me what was the age bracket of who watched my live. So that way if I boost it, I know what age bracket to put in. It shows you all kinds of stuff. It's an amazing tool. That's why it's awesome to go live on your business page, because you get to leverage that, you know?
But then also, I don't know if you've heard me saying this before, but when I would think nobody's watching or wasn't hearing anything, a lady at the airport came up to me and she said, I've been watching you and your lives. You're so inspiring and you really motivate me. And I was shocked, actually, because I thought, I don't know her.
Yeah, it was like that for me in Bali. I was introducing myself and they're like, I know you're around. I'm like, oh, okay. But what's your name? You'll be surprised who's watching you. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Because if you think about it as well, and I often think about this, is how often do I watch something and sometimes, it's maybe just on in the background and I haven't liked it or commented, I've just been listening. And so people might be doing it for you. Just because they haven't liked it or commented doesn't mean that they haven't seen it and that you're not inspiring and motivating them. So just a little bit of encouragement. Oh, sorry, my dog just knocked over my fan. If you don't feel like you're having...
like a lion in it.
I am in Africa, so you never know. So don't be discouraged. If you feel like you're doing your lives and there's nobody on there and you're just talking to yourself, just keep doing them.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, whenever I see you guys go live, especially if you let me know ahead of time, I always like take the link and I'll put it in I have like a private Facebook Messenger group. We put all of our lives in there. We all jump in each other's lives. We share it. It's just, good way to get in front of a new audience.
Is Rhonda jumping on soon, or do we have time?
She'll be jumping in any minute. Maybe if you ladies have any questions, you can raise that up. Or if you don't, maybe Star, you can discuss the updated schedule so that everyone gets updated.
Okay.
Just one question about the 21-day plan. If there's any tips or things that we should think about when we we're going to start plan the days a little bit deeper. And you said like giving 3 to 5 points of values. So not give too much, but give a little. Is there something you want to say about that to help us? Is there something special to think about? Or something that
you mean when you're doing a live?
Yeah, a live in the 21-day plan. Like you're going to give a little bit of value, but not too much. It's just, I don't know, something to have in mind when
Well, how I do my lives, I really focus on the problem. I don't really talk about the solution. The solution is the hiring. That's the solution. But I really focus on whatever problem you're trying to solve. You should build your content around that. So, because then for me, people realize why they need me when I'm pointing out you're struggling in sales. You need to put a wedge in between you and your MLM. You're not branding yourself. Like several other things. You don't have automation. I really get into that. And I also get into as far as if they don't partner with me in the sense of I talk about, what they're missing out on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sorry, I'm right next to the LIRR, the Long Island Railroad. So probably gonna hear the train is rush hour right now. But yeah, that's how I do my lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just, if no one else got any other questions, I'm just going to go over quickly. So for the next 2 weeks, so we'll be meeting on the 6th of March. So you can go deeper into your story. I think Rhonda's going to get on now and talk more about your story and how to structure your story. So you'll also get access to the PLR. So you can start looking at that. And then we'll also be starting the content creation. So setting up your list builder funnels, editing the PLR, and I'll be showing you, walking you through, like with Canva or PicMonkey, how you can, yeah, those are the two tools that I usually use to create my graphics. Showing you how you can create your own ebook cover for that. And then we will be going on to how to set up your list builder, how to make sure that your email autoresponders are connected to that so you can get the emails. What else? Yeah, editing PLR. So if you go through it and you've got anything that you need edited, I can help you show you how you can do it. I found a nice tool online actually that you can edit the PDFs, you can change images, links, and all that kind of thing. So if you want to, you know, sort of rebrand your whole product, you can do that. Okay, then the following week we'll be going, you know, recapping on the list builder funnels, seeing how you are with all of that. Let's see what else. Lead magnets, your ebooks. You know, you can always add your own. The ebook comes fully done, but you can always add in to that ebook as well if you want to add a little bit of your own personal story to the beginning of the ebook so that it relates to you and your brand. Then we're going to do delivery and productize. So how you're going to deliver your product, how you're going to, you know, monetize it, and that kind of thing. And then we'll be on to month 3, where we'll go to your runway to the money strategy. How are you going to deliver this? Do you want to do live events? Do you want to do webinars? How you make offers? What's your ascension model going to be? You know, perhaps you want to do consulting, offer private coaching, how you build that into your product as well. Yeah, and then we're going to do automation, funnels, yeah, and just, you know, if you've got any, you obviously we carry on with the 21-day plan and tweak it a bit and see what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's that'll be us for the next good couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll be sexifying that schedule. Like when we say sexify, like we're gonna do some graphics and make it, you know, look nice, and we'll be posting it to the membership site just so you can refer it when you have questions about the schedule. Okay, cool. Crickets. And Kishona, if you would still like to, you know, share your insights, like if you're still, you know, having some confusion with your 21-day plan and your product, your brand, Letitia and Star are here. They can definitely dig deeper into your question and, you know, give you answers.
Okay, so if and when I have any questions, just post it in on the Sexy Brand formula page, right? Or
yes,
post it in the messenger.
In the Sexy Brand Building group, that will be the best spot to post your question, and this live call too. So if you have got your thoughts, like you have, you know, some clarification right now, but just say it.
Thank you, Larcy.
Rhoda will be with us in a minute from now. I believe that she'll be discussing about PLR and the details about it. So we still have more time to, even if it's not with regards to 21-day plan, if it's just a simple posting strategy, maybe Star and Tisha can share some insights about it. You ladies are open to, we're open for your questions. And Rhoda's asking me if it's a good time to jump in. I'll say yes.
Have you guys thought about, it's not the 21-day plan, but I'm just thinking, have you thought about logo ideas and that kind of thing? Have you...
Yes, we got an idea today.
Okay.
We don't have it here, but we're gonna keep working on it. But I think we are onto something fun.
Yeah, we're gonna sketch on it and then do a screen down photo of it. See what you think.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Hi, ladies.
Morning.
What's happening? Good morning, good evening, and good morning. How are you guys? Yeah, awesome. Sounds like you have been rocking on your story. Did you guys go through the your introduction, your 21-day plan, and your social media mirror speeches? Did we go through those? Yeah.
They've done the 21-day plan and the intros, and we went deeper into their strategy for the 21-day plans.
Awesome. Any questions that you guys have for me in regards to any additional help, other than, of course, these ladies will know exactly how to guide you, but anything in addition that you're creating for your 21-day plan, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you exactly how we're going to leverage not only our social media mirror speeches, our kind of our storyline, and how that applies to the development of the 21-day plan, what that actually will do for you. And then we're going to talk about what's moving forward starting up this next month. So is there any specific questions that you guys had for me before I start jumping in? No? You're great. You sure? Like, you literally only get me for like 30 minutes, maybe a week. I can literally inject money into your business if you start thinking about questions in advance. So I'm going to give you some time. I'm going to give you another opportunity to ask questions at the end. And I say that as a reminder. I was actually, I met Tim Ferriss a couple years ago. We actually met Tim Ferriss. We talked to Tim Ferriss about 9 years ago after he wrote his book. I was like chasing him constantly on his blog, and I wanted to get his attention. And so he reached out to me, and I had some interaction with him, and then I went on a call. And he opened up the door and said, "Do you have any questions for me?" And I literally, myself, there was like probably 1,000 other people on the call, and I froze because I didn't know what to ask him, because I thought that I was going to be saying the dumbest thing ever. I wasn't prepared to ask him a question, and I felt like a complete moron. And I actually I'll share it with you guys. I don't share this very often, but I'll share it with you. I said, "Oh, yeah, Tim, I do," because I knew I needed to ask something, but my brain was blank because he made me nervous. I go, "Oh, yeah, what was that link to that book you talked about again?" How stupid is that a question? Yeah, I can get you the book. It was the book, the name is this. I'm like, oh, dang it. I've been chasing him like crazy on his blog. He's interacted with me on his blog. I finally get to ask him a question, and I'm not ready. Ever since that day, I've decided that I'm going to have 1 to 3 questions ready for not just like one specific person, but certainly if you get to meet someone, you want to have a question ready for them specifically. But I always have 3 questions that are always something that I have in my side pocket just in case I get to meet some type of an influencer or someone that I know can help me in my business or in my life. And I'm ready for them. So I'm going to share with you guys a couple questions that I always ask, and then we can chat about maybe some ones that you have, because this right here alone, and again, we're really talking about leveling yourself up. Now, I know the conversation you guys have had is like this, the branding, the development, kind of the brainstorm side. Well, once we do this, now we start to level up. So these 3 questions that I always ask is, this is going to help you guys in any networking event that you do, because you're going to present yourself in a different fashion. Is number 1 is I always ask, is there one thing that you've actually done? And I usually will know or pick a certain thing that they've recently done, right? So was there one thing that you did when you were writing this book that you thought was why you were writing it, but changed completely? Right? Or is there can you share with me if there one thing that you did while you were creating this course that you thought was where you were going to go with it or why you were doing it, but it completely changed? See, asking the right questions is called prudence. Knowing how to write the right questions. Most recently, and that's question 1, most recently there was, I don't remember, it's called the Hoyt method, I believe. And there's 4 things that all successful people must have to be successful. And the number 1 is diligence, okay? And diligence, we think of, it's just hard work. You have to work really, 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 really hard. Everyone just thinks that you have to work hard. But in reality, it's not hard work that creates successes, but you must have it. Diligence is hard work. Second is organization, structure, right? Having a structure of what you're doing every day, okay? Organization. Number 3 is perfectionism. Now, I know that might go against a lot of things that we say. It's like, oh, you don't have to be a perfectionist, right? You tell your kids, don't worry, it's okay. You have to have an element of perfectionism. And that means you care so much about what you're talking about that you're so prepared for it that when you speak it, it's not blah, 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 babble. It's, this is what we're doing today because I know this. And what happens, people listen, you change. All of a sudden, the videos that you're going to talk about in your 21 day, boom, it's like, whoa, what happened to Kashana? What is she? Who is she? Because you look different and you're on point. That's why we practice our intro tight, right? We know exactly who we work with, who we can transform, and more importantly, why we're doing the 21-day plan structure so that you know exactly what you're saying. You get so good at it, okay? So that's perfectionism, but also it's, doing a double check on your work, on the things that you write, on your emails. You know, I voice most all of my emails and I tell Brian what I want to put in. He doesn't type very good. And if he sends a typo, it's my brand. I almost want to freaking freak out, right? If I see a typo in my own emails. So it's having that perfectionism mindset. It does take you a little bit longer, but this is what I'm going to guarantee. If it takes you slightly longer, it will double your income. Guarantee it. That's my sealed with a kiss promise. If you take a little bit longer, you'll double your income. Meaning having the questions ready, being organized and prepared for it, and then, of course, being a bit more of a perfectionist, knowing exactly, double checking your work, okay? Number 4 is why I'm telling you about the questions. It's prudence. Being able to ask the right questions, it triggers not only your brain to think, it also triggers your audience's brain to think, the person you're asking that question. So I ask you that question. Did you do differently? What were you doing when you were creating this plan? I'm going to ask all of you. What were you thinking when you started to create this plan from your brainstorm that once you made the plan changed? So who wants to answer that question? When you were creating your 21-day plan, did something change for you when you started off planning it, of how it was going to come out? Did anything change to once you completed it from where you started? See what happened? You guys got deer in the headlights. Can you imagine if you had an influencer? Like, if you would have asked me that question, I would go, very good question. Like, wow, right? Very good question. Yeah, it did change. When I was writing my book, I thought I was just telling my story. And then I realized I needed to show how we did it, right? And I needed to give more tactical steps of how I did it, but I needed to make it more basic than more advanced. So, right, so think about that. Is I want you to also have equipment in your pocket. Someone asks you, because now just that question alone, make sure that you wrote that down, is when you are now speaking in a live, I would also now suggest that you say, hey, and by the way, let me ask all of you right now, when you were actually wanted to be a business owner or wanted to do this, did something change for you when you thought, when I started what I wanted to do and where you are today? Think about those questions that you could ask your audience, okay? That's question number one. Question number two is typically I look at the person, I kind of want to understand where they are. So I always say, you know, what is the top 3 things that you do in your day to keep you in peak performance? Now I ask those questions because first off, the person I'm speaking to, I want them to know that I am 100% about peak performance because I'm asking about it. And that I care about efficiency, prudence, organization. So if I ask them, they might go, dang it, I do not think about peak performance, right? But chances are they do because those are the only people that I want to ask questions to. So I say, what is it that you do on a daily basis to keep you in peak performance? It's such a big word. So for you, if you were doing and creating a question for your brand and what you are about and the people that you might meet, you know, it may not be peak performance. It may be for you, Marta and Maria, you know, what do you do on a daily basis to keep you in the flow zone, right? To keep you in that zone of connecting to your spirit, connecting to your soul, right? So that's what we're doing right now. We're all working on our branding languaging as well, right? Is that making sense? Questions are coming from this at all? No? You're good? Yeah? It needs some feedback. I need to know you guys are good. Like, I can't do stone faces. Yeah, yes, okay. Look, you guys are so funny. And you're all muted, which is really ridiculous. All right, so number 3, because I can't even hear you breathe. Number 3, so what is it that what you thought when you started, when you first started doing this or writing this book, did something change for you actually when you completed it? Because the intention always changes for people when they start something. Their intention, they start this way and it's like, oh, that was totally different. So you got them thinking. Number 2 is, what is the 3 things that you do to keep you in a peak performance state or in that zone? Like, what do you do every day? Because this is nuggets. Like, this isn't real stuff. I met Bob Proctor and I asked him that. Bob Proctor, you know, what is it that you do every day to stay clear, focused, and really connected? Bob Proctor's 83, right? I spoke after Bob Proctor at an event. I almost had a heart attack. Bob Proctor, he's a godfather of personal development. Oh my gosh, I'm following Bob Proctor, and I'm all excited. So I'm getting ready to go on stage. I'm all pumped, right? And then I got Bob Proctor walking out at me. And then I got 5 minutes in front of Bob Proctor. Like, it gives me goosebumps. I'm thinking about it. 5 minutes with Bob Proctor as he's walking off the stage because the MC was introducing me. So I'm like, listening to the MC because I'm excited and just stay in my zone. I'm like, I got Bob Proctor. He's literally walking out. So maybe not 5 minutes. It felt like 5 minutes. It's probably 30 seconds. Right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, Bob, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Bob, I've been following you forever. Can you please tell me one thing before I go on stage? What is the one thing that you do to stay in your zone? Like, I had to get it out there, right? Oh, I nailed it because I blew it with Tim Ferriss. I'm like, I got to nail this. So if you nail it, this is why we practice so much, because having that stuff on the top of your head, you can nail it, right? Even if it's one real simple one. The first one was more detailed and intense, right? That's something I'm going to an event and I'm meeting this person and I want to get some juice from them, but I need to stump them. See, stumping an influencer or a leader or someone, that's a good thing. That's instant credibility. You just stumped someone, right? So if you can ask a question that stumps someone, you're strong. You've already leveled up in their eyes. Second is asking about specific things that they do to get to that space that they are in, that either you want to be in, right, or you want to connect with them in the same level. Okay, make sense? Yeah. So the Bob Proctor thing was like, and Bob Proctor told me, he goes, you know what I do? He's so funny. You know what I do? I look at him in the eyes. I was like, that sounds like a good idea. Cool. Thanks, Bob. Walked off. I'm like, and I got on stage and I stopped and I looked him in the eyes. And if you notice, Letitia's been at my events, Darwin's been at my events, and so is Larcy. You notice I look at people in the eyes. I go to them. I touch their shoulder. I make sure they know I'm in their space. Why? Why? Because humans love human connection. So if you give someone enough of your connection, even on Facebook, even on lives, guys, this is why lives have been creating so much love, because you can say, good to see you, Letitia. So good to see you, Kashana. Whoa, guys, really awesome. That creates that connection. So it's the same thing as putting your eyes and connecting with them, right? And it's such a powerful moment, especially when you're doing a live. I see a lot of people doing their lives and they're like, yeah, I'm doing this. And it's just about them, right? It's just about them. But what we do in our lives, and this is something I've been sharing with Hanalei. Hanalei, what is the statement? She's not feeling well. We all had sick bugs, all of us. She got the bug last week. She felt badly. Brian went down yesterday, like so down. I was sick on Saturday, stomach. She's now laying in bed. Poor baby. Bally belly. Is there something that we always say, Hanalei, when we start? I think she did this with you guys last week, when we start telling our story. Yeah, she feels too crappy. I was going to have her say the words. Is shared our art from our heart. Write that down. That's a new one. Our art from our heart. And when we are looking people in the eyes and we're really truly sharing our art from our heart, that means that we're helping them. So it's not just about, this is what I'm doing, this is what I got going on. It's okay, in whatever industry you're in, right? Kashana, what is your company again? For some reason, I'm cutting on that. Your paparazzi jewelry, right?
Yes.
You're the jewelry girl, right? Did one of the girls I saw get jewelry from you, or did she, because she's had something with jewelry on. Was it from you? She and your team? There's a girl that I saw, a pearl necklace. She was talking about she just got it.
Yeah, somebody just bought a pearl necklace from me.
Maybe I may have seen it because I scope everyone's stuff out. Okay. Art from our heart, though, still. What you do is you want to connect. Right? We've said this over and over again, how when you're talking about how good it makes you feel, right? Same thing, right? So if you're talking about jewelry or you're going out, you're like, yeah. And I, will bring out people in my lives even saying, Letitia's amazing, right? Edify them. But when we're sharing, I remember when, I met Letitia the first time, it was like so exciting. So you bring that kind of connection on a live so you can bring them into you. But when we're sharing from our heart what we do and what we offer, it's about creating the picture, right? It's painting the picture and offering them the destination, not the plane. The plane is the jewelry. The plane is the physical product. The destination is what they want, right? And so this is it's always such a big connector when it comes to bringing your eyes and bringing them into you, right? So Bob Proctor said, just look at him in the eyes. All I do is I look at him in the eyes. So now every time I do that. So always remember that. Live is helping us do that so much more, helping us be more real. So share the realness. Hanalei she's been doing her lives more frequently, and she's like, hey guys, I'm getting ready to go see my dudes. I'm doing this today. And I was like, Hanalei, do you think they really care about you? Yeah, they might be like envious of this kid, that's got this cool life and she's doing all this stuff. But why? Why are you so excited to see your dudes? Her dudes are her studio guys. And because, I'm excited. I'm going to see these dudes because they're helping me make my dresses. And what I love to see them is we have 5 dudes from Indonesia, from another island. We brought here. Their families have a better life. They work in an air conditioning room. Their kids go to school in Bali. We pay for them to live here. Like, this is why I love going to see my dudes, because I know that I'm getting these great clothes, but I'm also helping employ amazing people, giving them a job from an island they would be making nothing. Opportunity. So when we talk about what we do, gosh, the reason why I love this so much is because of this. Art from our heart, right? Talk about that. What and why having Napoleon with you guys to share your life is so fun. Why doing yoga and connecting to your source energy allows you to be more successful, but allows you to connect to your true inner self. Talk about that stuff, right? Is that making sense? Okay, Bob Proctor told me to look him in the eyes. Everything we're doing now is showing the art from our heart. We're getting into their soul, their body. Okay, that's why we do these lives. All right, question number 3 can be kind of your, random about what do I want to talk about question. I usually do something funny. If it's a funny person, I might do something funny, right? And ask, okay, I've gotta totally get this from you. I've got to ask you this. Was there one thing that you did on stage that was so embarrassing that you remember forever? First off, allowing someone to remember something funny brings them into funny state and you're instantly connected to them. Right? Like, how fun is that to ask them about? Yeah, because I remember, one time I went and literally wiped out on stage, and I laid on stage and just started talking like that. I wiped out, and I laid and just was like, so, yeah, and I just kept talking, right? I was freaking so embarrassed, I wanted to die. Everyone's like, ah! But then they saw me laying there, they're like, dang it, did she do that on purpose? So yeah, she totally did that on purpose. And I talked for like 5 minutes. And then literally I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be level with you guys. I totally wiped out. And so that was a change of state, right? A pattern interrupt that instantly like tripped them out. And it was like, we were connected. So when you're doing things like, that's my fun question is, what do you ever do? It's funny. But remember, you also can create that kind of stuff. So yes, we're on lives and we're doing virtual stuff, but all of you, we're getting ready to level you up to what you're going to be doing in your businesses, meaning you're going to either be speaking, you're going to be doing your own events, maybe, afternoon brunch events, which I'm going to teach you guys all about doing that stuff at the end of the course, how to, create those type of events to bring up your business and to sell high ticket stuff, right? But you think of that, like if I'm introducing myself, I go to an event, you're either, first off, you want to present yourself as being someone that, has got your shit together. Because if you wipe out immediately, they're like, okay, that was hilarious. Like, right? It's got to be part of your personality, right? And then how you're going to create an impact. And doing pattern interrupt is a really powerful way. But what it does for questions is it brings someone connected to your state. It's a funny state. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what I did? I actually walked out and my zipper was undone. Like, I've had people tell me that. Who did this? Somebody said about the zipper, but I didn't ask the question, which made me want to ask that question. I think it was like a guy named Larry Wingett. If you don't know Larry Wingett, whoa, he's hardcore. He's hardcore. He's like business guy, hardcore guy, big old beard, but like awesome. But he said his zipper was undone. And everyone cracked up. I'm like, man, I got to ask that to somebody. And so now you get the funniest things. You get the funniest answers, but you connected to them right away because you're not asking about business. And people love that. Right? Okay. So those are also 3 questions that you can ask at any time. You can also ask your audience. All right. So we're going to do something fun because I'm going to start doing this as well again. And the reason why I'm telling you, because everything I think of that I'm going to do, I share with you guys. And always. And so I'm going to start doing that as well. So you can say, okay, today's, live, we're really digging into, maybe it's a more personalized topic of, let's say, self-awareness. Self-awareness goes with everything, by the way. That's why in your product that we're giving you is all personal development. Self-awareness is an amazing topic for your paparazzi jewelry, right? Let's talk about self-awareness. Let's talk about, how you look at yourself and see yourself. Such a big thing. And a lot of times we put on makeup, we put on jewelry, we try to be skinny to look better, but in reality, we're perfect. Everything about us is perfect. We don't need it. And that's all. And before I actually start even talking about jewelry, damn it, I better get you so in tune with who you are, because I cannot sell you a necklace unless you love yourself. Because the necklace just dazzles out the night and makes you feel a little shinier, sexier. Unless that light is bright and shine inside of your heart, that necklace ain't gonna help, girls. So put it away. Get that connected, right? Do that. And then all of a sudden your jewelry is just something that adds the dazzle. So now you become a source of information and you become like, dang, I love her, because everything you're talking about is really deep. Destination. That plane, everyone's gonna get one. They make them similar, right? Let's talk about that stuff. Now, I got my 3 questions. I'm going to ask all of you. From the moment we started talking, when you were planning your 21-day plan, did it change your plan from now after what we just talked about? Did all of a sudden a light bulb go on and your thought about how your topics and what you were going to talk about, did that start to change in the last 10 minutes at all? Stumped.
No, yes, it did.
Yeah.
For me, it, okay, so when you first asked the question, I was saying like from the first time I started my 21-day plan until today, what changed was that when I first did my 21-day plan, I wanted to start off with a low offer, like kind of get them. And then when I started to write and go through everything, I was like, no, you got to hit them you can hit them high if you want to. If you're confident enough, you can hit them high. And now today, and even before you came in, Starwood and Letitia was telling me that I really need to secure my wedge, secure that wedge, kind of make sure that it's solid. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted that.
Great. Congratulations. That's powerful. And you're right. What she just said is she wanted to start high. You start talking like this, you'll be able to offer the high. Why? Because you are not just selling jewelry. You're selling possibility, confidence, love, self-love. You don't sell jewelry, mama. You sell confidence. You sell awareness. You sell power. You offer women the possibility of being amazing. Oh, and I also add jewelry to that because that just tosses it right on. So now you're going to create a program, right? A coaching program, let's say, that is all about self-awareness women. Bam, yourself, right? What is that wedge? Because if you all of a sudden because that's why we have this personal development product, so it'll help that, right? It can become, now you work with them on their self-confidence. And we add a little bit that helps jewelry. Do you have a new brand yet that you are going to represent that? How you're going to help change women's self-awareness?
Yes. All right. So I was talking to Letitia about it and she gave me the okay, right? So I wanted to, I'm so nervous to put it in the, on the page because I feel like what she said is very good. She said it was very good and strong. And I feel like I need to get an extra stamp so that way I don't have to change it.
All right. So yeah, go ahead. Do you want to share it?
Okay. So based on my story and I want to say my message, like I feel like I'm unbreakable.
Ooh, really strong word.
Yeah.
A very, very strong word. What does unbreakable mean to you?
It means that, for me, it means like, as a woman, we have so many challenges that I've seen so many women, these same challenges, they get crushed by them, you know? And I know for me, I went through some of those same challenges and I had to develop, you know, from my family, my friends, and the, you know, network and my community, a strong mind. Like when you have a strong mind and a strong support system, you're unstoppable. You're unbreakable. You're that dynamic.
What day of your 21-day plan do you talk about that?
On my 21-day plan, what day do I don't. It was like week 3.
Okay, so it's in there. You're talking about it.
Yeah.
I would suggest that we have that core. What is it that we're about, right? Unbreakable? Is it, you know, connected, passionate soul? Is it like, what is that one main thing that our brand soul represents? That needs to be always in the front. So you're like, this is about me. And you need to sprinkle it in probably once a week in like whatever you do about what is it, my purpose, my mission, my passion, what is my value? Okay. Because what you just shared, very different than if you were to be offering, you know, a jewelry. So, right. So you're like, what unbreakable, you know, means to him today. I'm going to talk to us today. We're going to talk about, you know, self-awareness and truly being unbreakable, right? Yeah. Being unbreakable it's about self-confidence. It's knowing yourself. It's knowing that, you know, people are going to come at you. And if you have a good network, because now you're preaching, you're teaching them, right? And that's what unbreakable means to me. And when I wear what unbreakable is, it changes who I am in my core and my soul. right? You talk that way. And now people are going to say, so let's be unbreakable, right? So what makes you unbreakable today? Like I'm actually doing that on my Unstoppable Family one about being unstoppable. And you start doing that, people start taking it on. I am unbreakable. Yeah, I'm unbreakable. So add in your heart, so your mission, your soul statement, use that a lot. You always open a 21 day guys, just so you know, it never ends. We just say 21 days because we get our best stuff down and we can just repeat it every 21 days, right? That's why it never ends. Certainly we do a little less, we do a little more. We make a specific 21-day plan. We're making offers when we're making presentations. Yes, but the 21-day plan right now and what we're doing is brand building. So I want to make sure that you're always sprinkling in that soul and that mission at least once a week if you're doing a consistent 21-day plan, and always reference what you're about. So great job on putting the wedge in it and then transitioning from, oh, I'm just going to talk about jewelry to actually you're going to talk about something that's meaningful. And you're going to get a lot of power and a lot of ideas when we give you guys access to the Your Inner Greatness product. It's completely chock full of content that you'll never ever have to write. And literally you can run years on this content that's inside of there. So you're never going to have to really think about it. Just want you to know. All you're going to have to do is sprinkle in what you offer and make it connected. Like what I just did for you, Kashana. Power might have just went out. Did it? No? You guys, am I still here? The Wi-Fi's on. Sweet.
Yeah, still here.
I just heard beep. That means like our power could be going out any minute. Something changed. I don't know what it was, but we're okay. Hey, we're here. You know what I mean? So that's what I did for you is we put on this self-awareness, all this, and there's your jewelry, right? So that's what I want you to connect to. This is my soul. This is what I'm about, but this is actually what I offer. And we sprinkle that throughout our 21-day plan. Okay. And so what we're going to be doing was this helpful, guys, about getting your 3 main questions, right? Isn't it ironic that I asked you and you weren't ready? None of us ever are. Don't worry. I knew you weren't going to be ready. But I would like for you to focus on also what your 3 questions are. And yes, put it in the group. You want stamp of approvals. The amount of people in that group that are they're rallying to win for you and the amount of feedback, what happens is it also changes our state, how we feel about our message. Feel like, that's awesome. Well done. Yeah. That changes how you feel about what you did. And then you're not alone in your kitchen or in your living room. You're actually with a bunch of people that's rallying behind you. That helps a lot for our success. And so it might be confronting, but that's okay because when we go from skill set to confidence levels, if we're not increasing our skill set, right, then what happens? Our confidence level will go up the same, but that now we're not growing. Skill set has to grow. Confidence level means we've got to be nervous. Or we have to grow our confidence level, which if we're elevating our confidence level, that means we're stretching ourselves. So if we're growing our skill set, we also are going to feel a bit of fear, right? Anxiety and fear will come. We need that. If we don't have that anxiety or that fear or that uncertainty, we won't elevate in confidence, right? Because skill set will keep growing, right? And we're like, oh, but we might be learning more, but unless I'm stretching myself of my confidence of what I know, it will never grow together. Is that making sense? Right? So we always have to be stretching our comfort zone, elevating our skill set, stretching our comfort zone. That was the word I needed. I was saying the wrong word. Comfort zone first, right? Comfort zone. Skill set and comfort zone have to be stretching and lifting. Then our confidence comes. Then that's when confidence happens. I have to need to write that down because I don't know why I said confidence. Comfort zone. That's my word. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do, I want to give you guys a bit of insight of what's happening next. I definitely want you to post it in the group. Do it, 21-day plan, and even your story, because that's how we're going to leverage the brand soul, our story, into our 21-day plan so that we're connecting with people. We look at them in the eyes. They feel us, okay? And then what we'll be doing this next stage, there's not a class next week. There's a class in 2 weeks. What you're working on now is nailing that 21 days, starting it. Don't wait to start it. We're starting it. We need to put a date on it. Say, okay, I'm starting my 21 day this week. Boom. Share us practice in there if you want. Do a live in that group. People do it all the time. They get their first, practice in. And so that they get, a lot of confidence. And then we're going to be giving you the PLR product. you're going to get access to the PLR product. And you will then be able to see all the content inside to be able to start leveraging it and using it. And then we will be giving you the step-by-step training of how to actually start putting these funnels together. Next 4 week is going to be list building, which is what we use our 21-day for, list building and building on a group. And then we're going to be doing an ebook. So I'm going to show you guys right now. Ladies, I call you guys because that's how it's my Midwestern talk. Okay, you guys. Okay, so that's the sales page for the product. It's a membership site. Okay, all of you are going to actually get access right now to. You'll get access, and I may have to make sure everyone's up to date because some people are in month by month, and those that are all paid in full, you'll get all instant access to this. So this is the 5 steps to unleashing your inner greatness. This is your product. This will be your book. Next 4 week, Starwin is going to teach you how to leverage and use Canva, how to make your own ebook covers, how to make your own Legos. I'm doing a webinar about Legos. That's hilarious. I said that. How to use logos, and of course how to rebrand everything for you, because this class doesn't include rebranding unless you want it. We can add that on. But this is your book, okay? And from here, we're going to actually give you this. You're going to get this book, so you could use it as is, or you're going to rebrand it. And we're going to show you how to use this specific funnel for lead generation, okay? So you would put your own video here. Hey, you know, it's Maria and Marta, your Possum Moms. So excited to have you take our book, 5 Steps to Unleashing Your Inner Greatness, Finding Your True Self, Diving in Deep, blah, 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 right? What you would say. So definitely, please get access to the book now. And I also want to invite you to my group, right, where we talk more deeply. Boom, that's what you'll do in this funnel. Now, eventually, this funnel will turn into the page that leads them into either a sales page to sell your product, right? This is the sales page we've written for this ebook or for this program, or you would, because we'll all work on sales processes. Right now, you guys don't have an actual sales process quite yet. Some of you may. Like it can, an ebook funnel can do everything. It can either lead them to a sales page, it can lead them to a group, it can lead them to doing a private session with you, a one-on-one 15-minute session with you, where you talk about your life's work and you make an offer. It can be how you fill them into a webinar. Like there's so many great things that these ebooks do that is pure list building, okay? And also how we make our offers once you guys have this. So that'll be this book that you'll get. And then you're also going to be getting, let's see, make sure this thing is working. And then you're also going to get this access to this membership site. And this membership site is what we showed you before, the complete product. And this product is actually, as I mentioned, it's completely done already. And we're going to then, the 4th quarter is when we work on building the development of this whole membership site. And you literally get this whole thing and you'll be able to add in your own videos, like your own stuff. Like I pulled the best videos online about these topics, digging deeply. You know, this is one of the guides here. And I pulled the best videos, but you guys can now turn this into a complete course of your own just by adding video alone. Using this video too, but then adding it and putting you in it. So this is a completely done for you product that you guys can use. You can use it as a lower ticket offer. You can use it to help build your team, sell it to your team, use it as a team site, help them create their inner greatness. Right? People, if they join your team, they get your personal development product for free, right? There's all these things that you guys can do, and I'll work with you on your sales processes. And then, of course, you know, this is overcoming limiting beliefs. I've got best videos here. And there's all books and guides that come from it. So if you even look at this, these books are amazing. And the content is stuff that now you've got content for days. And then we also give you Instagram or Facebook post video images that you can put your own logo on them. And Sharon will show you how to do that. Okay, so everything is done and ready for you guys to use. And we'll go through this stuff as fast as we need to. Actually, yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff in programming. Look at all these topics. These are topics all of you guys who talked about in your own way. And now, without you having to go, oh man, I got to figure out how to say it, it's actually already written for you. You just put it in your own words, right? And then you slice in your product or slice in what you do. Because personal development is something that everyone does need to talk about. not all the time, right? Okay, is that exciting? Is that helpful? Yeah, okay, cool. So that's what we're doing the next 2 weeks. Nail down 21 day, nail down your story, intro, post in the group, start your 21-day plan. And those of you that are, you guys will get access to the book itself, so you can actually see the funnel. And then when we start the next segment of the class, of course, is you will be getting access to that funnel. You're going to get access to the content, and then we're going to help you re-edit, create an ebook cover so it's ready to go, and then we're going to show you how to put together the list builder funnel. Okay, that's the next segment. And the third quarter of what we're doing is actually putting together the membership site, the content, all of that. Okay, so we have to make sure, I think, so if you're on a payment plan, you got to make sure that we're paid in full, or for at least the next segment, and then you'll be able to get access to that. And yeah, so it's super exciting, guys. We're like really going to start developing, and hopefully you guys are excited too. Yeah, good. All right. So also last thing is we are going to be in the USA. We haven't told, no one really totally knows what we're doing, but we are going to be in the USA in March. And there is, if you guys know about the Funnel Hacker Live, you know who ClickFunnels are? They're having that huge event, Funnel Hacker Live event in Orlando. And so what we decided to do, typically we're not doing any, this is not like an event that we did here in Bali, is typically when I go, I usually take some of our top partners, joint venture partners, speakers, like really high influential people in our space. And we always typically will come together around a big event like that, and we get a big house, and you know, we put all of ourselves in one spot. Because what we know is like batteries, when one brain can only think so well, or a battery can only produce so much energy, when you have like 10 batteries all together, it actually produces 10 times the amount of energy with just one, like 1% increases by like 10% if you have 10 people around you. So you're only using the energy of one, because it's ideas. And so that's what we always do. We create a mastermind behind top high influential people. And we're doing that. Now, we decided last minute, like, all right, we should probably bring some of our private clients into this event. And so what we've done, Letitia's going to be there. Of course, she's one of our head coaches. She'll be there. Myself is going to be there, of course. Kim Barrett is our, he's the head of Your Social Voice marketing. We've got some really big names in the industry. John Penberthy, Dean Holland, they're all speaking at this event. And they're all 2 Comma Club award winners. ClickFunnels calls for the 2 Comma Club if you made $1 million in one funnel. And so we're coming together. So we opened the doors up to several people. I think, Letitia, you may have shared it with some of your ladies, I believe. I think you talked to some of the ladies about it.
Yeah, one person already came in.
Yeah, Muriel, I believe, right? And so what we've done is, it's like, I'll show you guys, it's actually kind of crazy what we're doing, just to get you excited, is we're opening the doors if some people actually wanted to come. And so that you could be with us, we can actually talk about your business, and we can literally, you're going to be in the same exact space with all of these high profile people, and then, you know, really leveling up your business.
Congratulations.
Okay, so this is my video. So we're doing the Secrets of the Expert, and which is what we just did here in Bali. And so it's, you know, I'll give you guys the page so you can take a look at it. But we have the most fun parties ever, and we're the first day on the 20th, we're having a big, huge barbecue. Everyone's going to be there, like all the speakers. Like, it's super fun. I'll show you.
Swan, the Unstoppable Mama, the Unstoppable Family. You know, we just completed our day 3 of the Unstoppable Mastermind, and I'm sitting here reflecting because I'm looking at all the people that came from all over the world, and I look around and I see all these people that have done it. This event was different. We said, you're coming here, you're going to get something done. You're going to build a business here. You're going to learn how to take that vision and that why and that passion and turn it into profits. And it really started off as an idea of, how can I bring more people together to just get a little bit of the juice of what my family's experienced, which is living like a freedompreneur, earning free, and really being able to choose the life that you want to live. Now we're here in Orlando. We've got 2 mansions. 60 people came from all over the world. And I saw the transformation, powerful personal development, people transforming their lives into something they've never experienced before. It's people learning how to share their vision and how to put it out to the world. You know, I'm just an idea person that brought in the best of the best. People like John Penberthy, who's a young guy who's
taken YouTube marketing to a level that no one's ever seen. Justin Varengia, the hippie Jedi who's got such a heart and he shares vision and freedom. It's our trust into your own is all about. My husband Brian, he's one of the most. Look at that house. So I'm celebrating an idea. Yeah, it's so fun. Look at I was Wonder Woman on stage. I didn't get to show you that. I was Wonder Woman on stage. It was awesome. So, yeah, I've done it several times, which is super fun. So anyway, so this is what's going on. It's a lot of really amazing, powerful people in our industry and in our space. And it's really, look at that. There's Letitia. Right? And like Alex Sharfin is one of the speakers at the event. So is John Penworthy. So again, I'm sharing this with you because we've decided to let some of our private clients join us. And it's like a 10 master suites. All the master suites are sold. But then there was 2 bunk rooms. So a bunch of dudes are going to stay in the bunks, our funnel hacker guys. And then we had some space in the ladies' bunk room. There's like 4 bunk beds, but it's a gorgeous big room. And so we said, well, why don't we invite some people? So I would like to open that opportunity up for you guys. If you're like, wow, I don't know if I'll ever have an opportunity to go to an event. Now this might be a really good one and way to come and meet everyone in a really private kind of environment. And so that's, open up to you guys. I know you guys are a bit far away in Sweden, but have you ever been to Orlando? Orlando's amazing. It's Disneyland. It's like the spot. So what I would want you guys all to do is reach out to one of your coaches or Larcy. You're like, I do want to do it. I think there's like 3 spots open in the bunk bedroom. That's it for the girls. And all the suites are gone. Although there is one house that has like 14 suites in it. It's massive. It's a bowling alley. It's like crazy. It was that one that we were at there. And if we had enough people that wanted the suites, I'd be able to build a bigger house, right? But there would have to be 5 more people. So at this point, we're doing that dinner on the 20th is a big barbecue. People from the outside are able to come in to have the dinner with us. We film there. We do a lot of stuff. And so I would be more than honored to have you guys joining. But more importantly, really the level up that it's going to do in your business. Just not because of what you're going to learn. Certainly that will 100% affect you. It's also what people will see. That's the difference. And I've gone to like 150 events in the last 13 years, literally flown all over the world just to make it to these events. Because when people see you're doing something, they're like, wow. And you start talking proficient, your message, you're sharing lives, you're changing, like people are like, what are they doing? Wow. And then you show up into a big event with very large names, because if they start clicking on our names, they're like, oh my God, they got 100,000 followers. These are big people in the industry. You immediately, authority, instant attraction. So if you're like running MLM businesses, your team freaks out because you're not just at your team's event anymore, which is like hanging out with everyone. You're like walking with the top people in the industry. And that's something that I love to do the best, is to elevate people, their lives and their businesses. And I always give a seal with the KISS promise. I guarantee it will definitely inject money into your business and your life. And of course, the people around you. So I leave it at that. Is anyone like thinking that they're coming at all? Like would want to come? Yeah, potentially. Not really. Well, fair enough. There you go. But again, if something clicks for you, then I think that it would benefit you more than anything to level yourself up over and above what anyone else is doing. And we'd love to see you there. So, okay, ladies, I'm going to leave it off to you guys. I think you guys are great and solid. We'll see you in 2 weeks. There's a lot, of course, as you know, is taking place that next month. That's like the big juicy month, because you're going to have funnels. You're going to be building your list. That's why right now we got to really get in action, planning, start talking, doing your 21-day plan. People are going to start watching and being attracted by you. And then you're going to all of a sudden have a book. And they're like, wow, she's got a book. How did she get this? Like, what's going on? Letitia's list tripled, literally overnight. And she out-leveled up her business because she's on point. She knows her brand. She knows what she does, right? She's got a great offer. And she's doing things that no one else is doing.
Rhonda, can I say something about the event, though?
Yes.
I just want to let you guys know that Bali was my first time ever leaving the country of the U.S. So, and not only did I learn so much, like when she tells you guys that you're going to be in the room with like some really, really high-end speakers, I got the opportunity to sit right next to Chris, who's like top funnel hacker, and also Kim. Like, I was sitting with my laptop, like just holding around the whole villa, just asking to help me, because, you know, it's good. Like, they actually work with you side by side. So whenever you have a question, they're so like welcoming. They want to like you to be successful. And then coming back home, I told Rhonda this, my email inbox was full with people wanting to do virtual speaking events with me, live events. I have one coming up in October that wants me to be like a panelist, main stage speaker. So when people start seeing you at these big events, and everybody knows what Funnel Hacker is, they're like sold out tickets right now. And you're you're connected with Rhonda's events and everything like that. Like, your following just grows. There's so many people that I haven't even heard of that are like now following me. I had tons of friend requests and all kinds of, it's just a quick way to level up. That's, I'm telling you, it's awesome.
It is. It is, without a doubt. And when you say we're not quite ready yet, because a lot of people do that. Oh, well, I'll get there when I'm ready. You're never going to be ready. This is literally how you jumpstart everything. I mean, you jump in and you always have a safety net because you got people around you. But that's literally when you jump head, like she just jumped in. She went to Bali, like freaked out, baby. I mean, who the heck would do that? But look what happened to her business. She just did, she's doing now joint ventures with my business partners, right? Joint ventures are when people are like, whoa, they love what you're up to. And the fact that you're creating your 21-day plan, you're creating a platform. Letitia's got a platform that people want on. See how that works? People want to do always. They want to get on my show, because they know if they're on my show, I've got a network of people that they can follow, watch, learn from, grow from, offer their products, grow their network. That's why we do this 21-day plan, because it's not just about you all the time. It's about creating a platform. Be like, whoa, I just dig what she talks about. I want to be on that, right? And that's why they're asking you to do things. And it's just because she did the 21-day plan. She stayed very focused. And now because she showed up, they're like, she must be bigger and big already, right? And which she already was. But now it's like, whoa. And that's what really does happen. And then people are considering working with your team or someone else. They're like, I want her as the leader. Look what she's doing. And that's truly, I think, where the differentiation is, but why you guys are here also and the others are not, Okay, so that, I will leave you this though. If you're like, we think you have to tell Darcy, because we're literally almost sold out for that. And we are booking the house by tomorrow. And, even if you have an idea, then we should talk. All right. If you're cold feet, then we should still talk, because it's never about the money, because I'll make sure that you make the money back always. And you don't even have to go to Funnel Hacker. Some people are not coming to the actual event because they don't have a ticket yet. They're actually coming to be in the space, and then you get to stay and mastermind and work on your business. I don't always go to the whole event, just so you know. Most of us don't. We don't go to the whole thing. Of course, Tony Robbins is going to be there, by the way, if you didn't know. Tony Robbins is going to be there. Tony Robbins charges $2,500 just to freaking, to walk in the door. And Tony Robbins, that's pretty awesome. Lifetime, right? Opportunities. Take them, seize them, go after them. And of course, be unstoppable. All right, guys, I hope this helped you. Please, if you learned something, share what you just learned. Talk about it. Talk about what you're doing right now in this course, because when you do that, they're like, what are you doing? Whoa, you're doing this? Boom, now you get a referral. And we also, help you guys make more money by referring people to us as well. That's how our business grows the best. Great people bring great people. Cool. All right, girls, go out and build a sexy brand. We'll see you in the virtual office. Cheers, girls. Thanks, ladies.
All right, guys. So we will see you 2 weeks time. And if you have any questions or anything, post in the group, tag one of us or all of us. Have an amazing 2 weeks.
Okay. Thank
Good
you.
night.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.